Every so often, I feel the need to go for an epic ride. One big, long day in the saddle, point to point. And today is that day with my 1050 watt-hour of battery capacity, and I'm gonna ride 100% on eco mode. I'm here in my hometown of Shrewsbury, next to the mighty River Severn, but the very source of this river, where it starts, is 103 kilometres that way, I think, and over 2,040 metres elevation change away as well. So I've planned a massive ride. I'm going to try and ride to the source, or at least ride until I run out of battery. Hopefully I'll make it there. Let's find out. I'm going to be riding my Whyte Kado, a bike you may have seen me ride on the channel before, but it's a brilliant enduro bike. It's 150mm travel, 160, but I've kind of tweaked it to make it more of an epic ride machine. Great thing about e-bikes is they do blur those categories, so something that can bomb downhill is very capable of doing big cross-country rides anyway. But obviously I've added the range extender, so 800 watt-hour internal plus 250 watt-hour range extender. Yes, mathematicians, you're correct. 1050 watt hours, so lots of battery capacity. I've also added, so these Schwalbe Wicked Wheel tyres, they're super fast trail tyres. You may have seen the video as well, I did a little while ago, which kind of proves that these take 6% less battery. They're way more efficient than the Magic Marys I've been using that are super grippy, but these are a super efficient, fast rolling tyre that's gonna extend my range a bit further. I've changed my saddle. I've put on this Ergon SME mountain saddle because it is super comfy. I'm going to be in the saddle for quite a long time, I think, so I wanted the comfiest option. And I've got my Garmin 1050, which I saved for these epic rides. Big screen, which is great for navigations because I'm sort of wiggling through, doing a pretty decent amount of single track and a bit of lanes and all sorts, so definitely navigation for that. And it's got a massive amount of battery on this. It's going to way outlast my ride. And I've got my Garmin Rally XC pedals on. So it'll be quite nice to be clipped in, but also at the end of it, these are power pedals, so at the end of it, I can see exactly how much work I've done and how far I've got on my eco mode. My route is 105 kilometres long and roughly east to west, all the way through the width of Wales. But hold on, I actually worked out it's going to be easier logistically if I can get a lift to the source of the Severn and then ride home. And did you realise rivers mostly run downwards, so that actually makes it much easier as well. It's now 1,500 metres of ascending with a 2,060 metre descent. We joined my adventure 20 kilometres in after starting at the source of the River Severn, which is located in a peat bog at an elevation of around 610 metres in the Haffron Forest. The other sort of logistical problem of starting at the source is actually can't park that close. So we had to ride up as close as we could get to it. That's added a bit of distance and quite a bit of climbing. So I've already done, well, I've done 10.7 kilometres now. I'm down to 92%, which I mean, that works out. If, you know, not even 10% will get me the 10K, I should make it. But I did add a lot of meters, so I've done 267 meters already, so I guess that'll be the tricky part. However, obviously starting up by the source, mainly downhill, I think it's about 1,050 meters of climbing to do and 2,040 wherever it was going downhill. So I mean, I think it's going to be close, but we'll find out. All right, first reasonable climb done on the route, and it's quite reassuring to see. So I'm down to 89%, so let's call that 10%. So if you look, I've done 12.64 kilometres and 382 metres of ascending. So 10 times that is 120k and 3,000 metres, or nearly 4,000 metres, and I'm not doing that much climbing. So, I mean, so far it looks positive, but but I might make it home. Whether I make it home before it gets dark, I don't know. All right, 12k in, ridden out of the Haffron Forest. As you can probably see just over there. Just inside the stream. It's actually not the River Severn, this stream, someone else. So obviously there's no lack of water around here. It's very green. And actually the River Whyte just starts in almost identical place to Severn, which is really weird. And it goes one way and the Severn goes the other. Sort of riding sort of southeast at the moment, but I think soonish it gets up over the hills. That's the last of the forest actually, and then it starts heading due east. So heading back towards home. Where is this trail going? Is there a trail? Oh, man. Right back next to the River Severn. Although it still looks quite weedy and small, this is Llanidloes, which calls itself the first town on the River Severn. So you can see it's a much smaller river than it's going to get, obviously, but interesting little place. I think it's probably time to stop for a bit of refreshments. Although I'm still early in the ride, don't want to waste too much time. Crack on, I believe. Dog. It's more funny looking motorcycle. The dog in the window is Bailey. Half golden retriever, half German shepherd. No price though, so you'll never know how much that doggy in the window is. Well, it's about time I got going, I suppose, but I'll just finish my coffee first and then heading east. Next stop, well, I think there's a bit of up and down now, and then it's Newtown, and then I'm crossing the border, pretty much. Get back into England on the home stretch, but there's a way to go yet. Well, I've got to say, I'm feeling it. I've been riding, well, I've been out for 3 hours 49, but yeah, it's a lot of messing around, should we say, but we've been riding for quite a long time. It's now midday, and I've ridden 39 kilometres. But interesting, I've done 926 metres of climbing. That's over half now, 865 left, and I still have 76% battery. It's pretty crazy, really. Definitely, yeah, putting some effort in myself though, which is fun. It's nice actually when you pop out on the lanes and can sort of get your breath back, because that bit was a nightmare. I battled the brambles and the ferns probably 2 or 3 miles there. The trail just disappeared. So it's nice to be actually making a bit of progress again. I stopped for a quick sit down in a long grassy field. It's very nice. Hard going, I've got to say. It's not like the fastest rolling stuff ever, just kind of going through these fields along grass. I can see down to Newtown, which is probably about halfway actually, but I can see some pretty ominous weather over there, east, heading towards England. Some really, really dark clouds. You know, you see like the sort of shafts of rain coming down. So, well, I'm hoping that is blowing that way. So it normally does blow westerly, so going that way. So I might stay in this blue sky all day, but we'll find out. What are you doing? A swim? I've been riding along this amazing, it's one of the British, what do I call them, like cycle routes, national cycle routes. Route 81, next to the canal. It's been lovely and fast rolling and flat, which has been quite the relief. But now I'm heading over, back into the hills, and I know I'm back into my home county very soon. I've got to go up quite a big hill yet, but progress is good. And it's a beautiful day for it as well, so yeah. Numbers are looking good. I know I'm definitely going to get home, but let's actually work out how much battery I do use to get home. Excuse me. Oh, bloody hell. How am I going to get past there? Excuse me. That's it then. That's it then. The good thing about riding it this way round is now I could just about see east to the hills that I normally ride, so I can see the top of Stipestones, which is quite nice to know that I'm starting to recognise the hills basically. But the bad thing about doing this way around is I know between me and there is one last big climb, it's probably about 600 metres in total, and I'm feeling it. Yeah, I've been out riding now for a long time, done 64 kilometres, 1200 metres of climbing. It's now 2:15. Have I got another 3 hours, maybe 3 hours? You can see on my Garmin that that's the English-Welsh border. Whew. And isn't it beautiful? Mitchell's Fold stone circle, constructed in the Bronze Age, over 3,000 years ago. I wonder if anyone has been what do they do? Sacrificed recently? Probably not. That's a lovely spot up here. And this is the high spot on the sort of return half of the journey. So I think I've just dipped into Shropshire, and Shrewsbury is over that away. It's nice being able to see the hills I normally ride in now. And from here, it's mostly downhill home as well. So I'm gonna get home. It's taken me a while, but it's been a good day out. And I shall continue, because I think I've had enough now. I'm gonna get off the bike. It's fair to say it's beaten me. I've just got back to Eastridge, the woods I ride in a lot, so I'm within 20k of home now, but I'm just absolutely cooked. I've been out 7.5 hours now. So I've admitted defeat. I still have 49% battery, but I'm just gonna have to put it up into turbo, because honestly, I'm so tired out now. My legs are gone. But yeah, I've ridden 87 kilometers and 1,700 meters of climbing, and I still have got 49% battery left. It's absolutely crazy. I mean, I'll do the maths to see what I think is possible just riding in eco mode, but for now, I'm just gonna have to do this last 20 kilometers in turbo and get to my sofa as quick as I possibly can. Well, I've made it back. 8 hours, 10 minutes. 106 kilometers, 1,857 meters of climbing and 2,118 down. And that's it, I'm done. 37% battery left, even with that blast. I did it on the eMTB Plus mode the last 15-20k. It's pretty incredible the range you can get out of this. I don't know if I've got the fitness to ride all day like that, but 8 hours, 10 minutes is the longest ride I've done in ages. And yeah, right, park up. It's time for a cold, refreshing drink.